So in this class I'm going to tell you about the government measures to protect environment. What have they been doing in India? So right from say the constitution, the inception of the constitution, where part 4, which deals with the directive principles of state policy, part 4, in that we have what is the article 51A, in which they talk about environment. That is, it is a fundamental duty of every citizen to see that we protect our environment. And then there are series of these. Of course, we never understand our duties until we are really, or we even if we come under, suppose today there is a flood because of our own foolishness, we'll human mind is very amnesic, just forgets very soon. So we should there are a series of government measures that keep reminding us, or they can take an action about. It is a serious matter today. Environment is a very serious matter. And why we're talking about environment today is that we've started thinking about sustainable development. That's a new fashionable term that means that development should not just be for today, it should be for our future generations, this generation and future generations to come. So here we go, just go through this. So talking about government measures for environment protection. So government has taken several legal and administrative measures to protect the environment from further degradation and pollution. So let's just read one by one, just going through, letting you know while you see. Like, we have a separate Ministry of Environment and Forest that was created in 1985 for planning, promotion, coordination and implementation of the various environmental programs in the country. We did take long, but at least we've come up with it. Then we have what is the Environment Protection Act of 1986. The Bhopal gas tragedy of 3rd December 1984, involving death of over 3,500 people and injuring about 2 lakh people, brought to the fore the completely inadequate laws that were there, and even if the laws were there, their poor enforcement. So we woke up to that. So then Comprehensive Environment Protection Act was enacted in 1986. This empowered the central government to take all measures as it thought necessary for the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of environment and preventing, controlling and abating environmental pollution. Then we also have in 1980 the Forest Conservation Act. So this act has strict provision for checking the diversion of forest land for any other purpose. During 51 to 80, the rate of diversion of forest land was about 1,50,000 hectares per annum, but after 1980 it has been reduced to 6,500. In order to promote afforestation, tree planting, ecological restoration and economic development activities in the country, and for all this, a board was set up, that is the National Afforestation and Economic Development Board, NAEB. In 1992 this was set up. Then we also have pollution control boards. This was set up in 1974, and the board functions as a part of Ministry of Environment and Forest of the Government of India. And such boards have also been set up at state levels, and these address environment issues in India. And these boards specify the permissible limit of effluent and emissions. They also are bringing awareness among the people about the possible dangers of environmental pollution. So they let us know about that. They also provide technical assistance for the improvement of the environment. Then another very interesting thing which is there, is the environment impact assessment. That is, in September 2006, environment impact assessment was formed to make environmental planning more efficient, transparent, and decentralized. So assessment of what is the impact of environment. So they came up with that. And then this is the Clean Development Mechanism, National Clean Development Mechanism, CDM authority has been set up to receive projects for evaluation and approval of carbon market under the Kyoto Protocol. Kyoto Protocol was the international uh, uh, negotiations on climate change, which took place in 1997. So then you have, that was in Japan. Then you have the environmental awareness. So environment education has been introduced as a compulsory subject in the education curriculum at all levels of formal education. This is in view to bringing about environmental awareness. So a lot has been done. Government measures have been taken, but let's see how much can we really, when do we really get serious? That is the point.